welcome back to Milton Keynes Hockey Stadium. Time now to get back to the action. Over to our commentary team, Nick Irvin and Mike Hamilton.
So India take the lead.
I'm not sure the game needed anything to brighten it up and get it going. It's been going at a tremendous pace since the start, but certainly a goal now is really going to open the game up even more, I suspect, Nick.
Oh, what a great sight. Just to remind you, this is Milton Keynes, the home of English hockey, and time perhaps to pay tribute to the people from the Asian continent who've come over to England and have brought their joy of hockey with them back to the home of hockey. And India, you sense, now that they're in the lead, will take some stopping. But before we get too carried away, I must remind you that in the group game between these two sides in Pool A, India were 2 goals to the good against Australia and ended up tying the game 2 each. So India, I'm sure, will take nothing for granted, but they are so much better when they're going forward. Now Livermore, a job to do for his side. They find themselves behind. They were behind against England, remember. England made the mistake, well, at least I think it was a mistake, of falling back onto half court for the full 35 minutes of the second period, and in the end ran out of ideas and ran out of steam. I think it's unlikely that India will make the same mistake today. I don't think they could make the same mistake today.
I don't think they're capable of playing a half court, Nick.
No, that's really what I meant. I think it's not within their makeup. They've got some work to do yet. Lovely skills by the Australian, trying to find a foot perhaps. The foot, when it comes, is the foot of an Australian player. Good run there by Scott Webster. Took it in with speed and power. Lawat prepared to take them on now with Harbhajan. Good pick up here by Ben Taylor. The doctor by profession. That ball was surely lifted at the Indian. Yes, indeed it was. The free hit goes to the men in blue. There he is, Ben Taylor. 4 goals for Australia in the tournament to date. I would like to add to that in the final. And no quarter asked or given out there at the moment. Some hard challenges coming in. It's hard to believe these two sides can keep up this pace for the full 70 minutes. They'll need no rocking to sleep tonight if they do. Ball down the touchline there, looking for Baljit Singh Chandi, and it's into the circle now. And Australian defence in all sorts of trouble, but in the end the ball came off the foot of the Indian player. Rajiv Mishra confirming there his 8 goals in the tournament to date. The top scorer from Japan has 9. A very fine prize also for the top scorer, so maybe Mishra's got his eyes on a smart new watch as well. Now Webster upended, but play goes on. Harbhajan, the goal scorer, doing some work back in his own 25-yard area. Hit out by Lazarus Bala. Easily picked up there by Gavin Davis and fed inside for Matthew Wells. Australia, for the first time, showing some signs of wanting to slow the game down. The game perhaps too fast for their style of play. Great initial tackle by Gavin Davis. Livermore comes forward with the score. India 1, Australia 0. We've had 23 minutes of non-stop action, just one goal but no shortage of incident in that period. India coming forward with the sound of the drum beat, throwing the ball over the top, looking for Mishra, but that was impossible. Tiny figure of Rajiv Mishra. Play goes on. The Australians thought that there was a foul there. There was there. Don't give them more. Now Ben Taylor down that left hand side but no way through, running into the touchline. India, it must feel like a home game, the amount of noise coming for them this afternoon. And one or two of their forwards have chased one or two impossible balls. They won't thank their midfield players for those by half time. It's going to be a hard second half, one feels. Now Australia through Scott Webster, but dispossessed by his rival number 13, Harbhajan. Taylor gets the free hit and takes it very quickly. Poor challenges coming in there by the Indian defenders. You have to be careful. They won't want to give Australia too many opportunities from penalty corners. Leap Turkey. Davis at full stretch, picks it up. Oh, he was lucky. Brennan into the circle. It's now with Webster. Looks up and wins a long corner. Be taken by Scott Brennan. Scott Webster, number 13. Australia making a couple of mistakes that we haven't seen from at many stages in the tournament. And maybe it's the pace of the game that's their undoing. And a good play there by Chowan. And now with Lazarus. Coming off the foot of the Australian, be a free hit to India in the midfield. There he is, Lazarus Bala. Harbhajan dispossessed by Davis, who's had a good first period for Australia down this right hand side. And that tackle coming in there from Navshir Singh may well draw the first card of the game. It is indeed a green one. Xavier Del from Spain didn't enjoy that challenge. A wild lunging challenge from Navshir Singh. Pause in play, Mike. You have to feel a little sorry for Murray Richards, Australia's player, missing out for 2 yellow cards in a tournament of this length. Seems a hard penalty. Yes, it's harsh, particularly when it's the final that he's going to miss, but it is a rule the FIH have adopted at various tournaments over the last few years. He has to sit in the stands for this game today. I think the umpires have actually controlled the tournament quite well now. There have been very few serious incidents. Indeed. Free hit going in India's favour. India haven't seen too much of the ball in the last 4 or 5 minutes. They want to retain some quality possession, get back into their own game. They have a chance now with Mishra. But very quickly across there was Bevan George. Nicely done. And nicely transferred, and very quickly so, to Baden Choppy. Choppy enjoying more room against India than perhaps in most of the previous games. India not great exponents at man-to-man marking.